what's the comparison now? Because the Capitals were the Maple Leafs until they finally got that monkey off their back and they beat the Golden Knights, 3-4 years ago. Is there a comparison in sports right now? They haven't won a first-round playoff series since 2004. They gave away another series up 3-1. Just brutal, man. Awful. And they haven't won a championship in 50 years. Plus.
Yeah, it's amazing. One of the historic franchises in the NHL, and they can't get over the hump. Comparison in sports, probably the Cubs until they broke the World Series curse. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what you want to compare it to, but
just where you're setting yourself up for failure every single time. Would it be like? It would have been like the Bills, but that's like 25 years ago now, and the Bills are finally good again.
Well, that's actually Buffalo Bills losing 4 Super Bowls. Except this is just all this is a playoff series.
That's it.
You're not even getting to the finals.
Right.
You can't even win a playoff game. Be like the Cleveland Browns before they won a playoff game.
Browns, Oklahoma football, maybe. Like they make the playoff, they're in the mix every single year. Oh, they fell on their faces again. I mean, it's crushing, and the fan base. They're so popular up in that city and in that region. Look at this. Look at this tweet. Incredible. And they got 1967, the last time they won a championship, the cup on the wall, mounted. Yeah, that's who we're striving to be every year.
67.
Yeah.
I had to think about that. That's before I was born.
Yep. And look at this. We always like doing this too. All the experts picking on Sportsnet, every single person on this list anyway had the Leafs.
Sportsnet. Everyone had the Leafs. Nobody even picked 7 games.
7 games.
In 6 and 5. Look at that. And nobody even picked it in 7.
Yeah.
That's the type of thing I like to see before a series.
Right, yes.
Because when you see that before a series, you bet the other side.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, though, did you listen to Randy McKay yesterday? Because I grabbed plus 180 after the show was done.
Big Randy was a happy man last night
was.
because he played the Canadiens and he played the under. He parlayed that, and I think he was ready to crack open a Coors Light and celebrate last night.
I think so. Is that his beer of choice?
Unfortunately. Yeah.
Okay. Because he was talking, it was all correlated yesterday in his opinion. He's a very sharp hockey bettor. And he said if Montreal wins this game, it's going under. Price is going to be good. And if it goes the other way, if the Maple Leafs win the game, it's probably going to go over. Well, we saw what took place. And it got squirrely there in the third for a little bit, but Montreal hung on, and Price was great, and they advanced now. And rather than getting the 2 favorites in the North, right? Edmonton and Toronto playing each other, here we have the 2 dogs, Winnipeg and one of these teams will be in the Final Four, Winnipeg and Montreal.
Yeah, that's okay.
Sure.
They earned their way in.
But I tweeted this out last night. Both favorites, they gave you the worst of both worlds, right? Because the Maple Leafs had a 3-1 series lead and they blew it, and the Oilers went out getting swept. So which one would you rather lose by? Pick your poison, I guess, huh?
I think the disappointing thing is 2 of the best young players in the NHL don't advance to the next round.
Yeah,
Connor
McDavid,
for
sure.
Austin Matthews, those guys don't get past the first round.
It'd be like that would be Patrick Mahomes if he never got out of the first round yet.
Right.
If he failed, and that was what Peyton Manning did a lot. He eventually won 2 Super Bowls, but how many times were they the 1 seed or the 2 seed with 13 or 14 wins? And look at this now, another loss at home in the playoffs.
You think about a quarterback in the NFL like Deshaun Watson. We brag about how talented he is. How many playoff games has he won?
Yeah.
Tim Tebow's won more playoff games than Matthew Stafford.
It's well said. That's amazing. And that's the reason why people love the Rams this year. It's because of that guy. And then the other game last night was the third period of the Bruins-Islanders game. I mean, it looked like it was 2 teams playing a completely different sport. It was utter domination by the Boston Bruins in that game. The ice was completely tilted in their favor. They had, call it whatever you want. I don't believe in momentum, but the home crowd got into it. And once they dominated is what they did. It looked like it was a full-time power play for the entire third period. And then just the way it flipped in overtime, that's all it takes is one kind of breakaway, and that goal at the end to finish it by the Islanders and come back and win 4-3 was just outstanding.
It's going to be a great series.
Oh, yeah.
I really, Barry Trotz is one of my favorite hockey coaches. He coaches blue-collar teams. They're tough, and the Islanders are never going to go away easily, right?
Yep.
They're always going